Get Messi's dick out of your mouth. It's like the most offensive thing I can find. Is that even good enough?
That's amazing. Oh, yes.
Okay. I'll use that.
That's a great comment.
Look at him. Look at him plugging in his fucking earphone.
Little fucker.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Mastour Debatours, and a little bit of a disclaimer on this one. As you can see by the title, it's us talking about KSI versus PewDiePie and the rise of YouTube drama. So obviously, this is not going to be an episode that has all that much to do with either career mode or all that much to do with FIFA, really, but it's something that we enjoy and we think is interesting to talk about. So if you'd like to go ahead and listen to us ramble for the next hour or so, please go ahead and join. If not, then by all means go ahead and tune out. But I am joined by the lovely three gentlemen, or whatever they are, in front of me. Coming in, we have another Australian for 3 podcasts in a row. This time we have world famous Jared HD. Say hello to the lads out there.
Hello everybody. Also, I'd like to say it's 2 men and a girl because we've got Tyler in here again.
I like that.
It's already started.
The YouTube drama. The drama has already started.
Drama's already started.
Yeah, and the
Come at me, Keemstar.
Yeah, and another new face joining us today is iGaming in HD, aka Tim. Tim, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
And joining us once again, T-Ray All Day is back because he just loves drama so freaking much.
I do. I really love drama. It's because I'm a girl, like Jared said. Girls love drama.
They love them gossip. Now, guys, before we get into the meat of it, before we jump into the drama, let's go ahead and visit kind of like current events that are going on. A couple of weeks back, we asked, was MGH wrong for signing Embolo? And since then, it's kind of changed a little bit. He's done 8 episodes, and now it's looking like he's going to be moving over to Borussia Dortmund. In his latest episode, episode 8, he received a management offer to go ahead and switch sides over to BvB, and he put up a Twitter poll putting it out there that basically asking the fans if they would like to end the Mönchengladbach career mode, and he's been getting a lot of heat about it. Not a lot of people seem to be liking the Mönchengladbach, so this is an easy way for him to kind of transition into something different. And right now, as it stands, I believe it's 71% of the people who have voted in a Twitter poll have told him to go and move to Borussia Dortmund. I don't know how much of that is hate on this career mode or how much of that is, I'd like to think maybe a lot of people are just Dortmund fans in general. But I like to go ahead and give you guys an opportunity. Do you think this is kind of like an easy way out? Do you think he should move over to Dortmund? And for Jared and for Tim, you guys can kind of weigh in on this debate of kind of like oversigned players. Did he kind of muck it up by signing Embolo early on, or trading out some of kind of questionable good players that were already on the team? We'll go to you, Jared, first.
So with the whole Embolo issue, I agreed with what Sam said in the first episode. I was definitely not against it. I didn't mind it that much, but with the new issue with him going to Dortmund, I'm not a fan of that. I love MGH, I'm a big supporter of his content, but I feel like it's way too early in a series to be moving. I know he got a lot of heat from the whole Embolo issue, and a lot of people don't like the series, but it's just way too early to be moving 8 episodes into a career mode. I don't think I've ever seen that happen on YouTube before. He might as well just start a fresh career mode with Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah. Tim, how do you feel about this development?
The Embolo thing is a bit stupid. I think he deserves the hate for it. And the reason why people are voting for Dortmund is not necessarily because they're Dortmund fans. It's because the trend on YouTube lately is short attention spans. People can't watch a series for more than 10 episodes. And that's probably why if they see the opportunity for something new, they'll vote for that instead. That's the problem, really. I don't think it's really the fact that they hate Gladbach. People just can't watch a series for too long.
I feel like I don't know if I necessarily agree on that. I feel like his Mönchengladbach just got bad momentum from the start, and he's been trying to claw out of a deep hole that he's been in, and this kind of offers him an ability to kind of reset his series. So I can understand where he's kind of coming from. Tyler, do you feel like he should stick it out or go with something new?
8 episodes is nowhere near enough, and someone pointed out in the comment section of that video, he's leaving to join Dortmund, but at the same time, he's not going to have Aubameyang. So you might as well just restart the whole career mode and do it with Aubameyang there, their actual first team. But I don't know. I think 8 episodes is just too short.
It is too short, but it's what the people want, and like you can't really go against that.
That's true.
Yeah, and personally, I think that's kind of interesting because now he has a hole to fill. It's gonna be, if you look at real life Dortmund, I think Aubameyang's probably gonna be moving on within like a year or two, probably to some team that's bigger. So this is kind of interesting to say, and I don't know. Does no one have? I don't watch the Bundesliga. I don't know that much history about the Bundesliga, but isn't that kind of weird that like there has to be a rivalry between Mönchengladbach and Dortmund, right?
The two Borussia clubs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a derby like as big as
them and Schalke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of weird that he can just like, hey, he's doing well over here. Let's go ahead and bring him on. But I feel like it's probably best. Like it's grown so toxic in this like series that either I agree with you guys. Either he restarts or he actually does do the move and just kind of carries on.
Yeah, as a content creator, I 100% like understand where he's coming from, because as you said before, B, he's digging himself out of the hole that he created from episode 1. So as a content creator, I definitely see where he's coming from. But as a fan of his videos, as someone that watches them, like that's where it's different. As a fan, I don't really like seeing that. I was starting to personally, I was actually enjoying the Mönchengladbach career mode and was starting to get invested in it. But now that he's moving, it's kind of like something else I have to keep, not something else I have to keep up to date with, but I have to learn all the new players. Not learn them because it's Dortmund, but I just have to get reinvested in the team.
Yeah, you were getting into the TV show, and then all of a sudden they killed off the cast, and you're switching over to a brand new cast. Yeah, I get you. And a couple other things that he mentioned in that video, which we didn't really even consider this, but he's been moving to a new house. He's been having a lot of issues with the internet, so he's been, he has to get over to deal with all that bullshit. And anyone who's ever moved, you know how exhausting that could be. And he's been saying that he has to get this out, and he has to go over to his parents' house and upload. And he's admitted in the video that it wasn't the highest quality. He wasn't able to put in the maximum amount of effort. So maybe the signings this is coming out of his mouth is saying that they weren't the best signings. I just didn't have enough time. It was a little bit rushed. So that's a pretty good concession on his point. But that's something that I didn't even think about, was maybe he just didn't have the time or the effort able to put into this much Gladbach. But hopefully, if he can get his internet sorted out, he can put more effort into where it seems like he's going, which is Borussia Dortmund. All right, any closing thoughts on this, guys, or we pretty much good? All right, so we're going to move on to our next topic that we've all been bitching about privately for the past week or 2 weeks, which is YouTube be fucking up. Yeah, so not only at first there was a mysterious growth in our channels, all of us, about a week ago, basically, or
about
2
a
weeks
week ago.
Yeah, we're growing. We had these huge bumps in growth, and then we're like,
Time out.
What?
That was such a bad joke, Tyler.
Don't hate it, man.
Anyway, continuing on. Anyway, we were having all of us experienced a huge amount of growth, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the day, a lot of us had almost all that growth take back. In fact, a couple of us, people on YouTube, had less subs at the end of the day than we started with it. And then at first we thought, yeah, it's YouTube taking away dead subs, which I think Tyler's posed the argument many a time about it's good. Take away inactive subs. You don't want those on your channel because you don't want a high sub count and have shit views. But it's since come out, and YouTube has admitted that in fact it was a glitch in the system, and they were actually taking away active subs, which a lot of people are not too happy about, and that can explain why we've been bitching about sub boxes have been broken the past couple of days. It could be that, or it could also be a lot of your active subs that watch all your videos aren't subscribed to you anymore. So it's just been a week of getting punched in the dick by YouTube, and I want to give this platform all to you guys. All you guys make content on YouTube, to give this is a platform for you to go ahead and rant about how this personally makes you feel as a content creator. Let's start out with Tyler. How's this been for you?
It's demotivating. You put out a video that you think is good quality, or at least good enough quality. You put it out to your subscribers to watch it, and YouTube takes away those subscribers that watch your videos and your views are like cut in half, there's nothing more demotivating seeing your content suffer. And if it's YouTube's fault and not actually the content's fault, that makes it even worse because there's nothing you can do about it. If it's the content, you can improve the content. But if it's YouTube just fucking up, then there's nothing we can do.
It is very demoralizing. It's a feeling of powerlessness, I guess. It's like, what the fuck is the point? Tim, how's this been? These past couple weeks been for you?
I mean, to be honest, it's I don't really notice it too much. There were those couple of days where I took subs away, but since then, I feel like things have just been steady, slow, and moving forward slowly. But I don't really see this as like a problem. I just keep going. I don't really pay too much attention to it, to be honest. As long as I see that, I'm gaining subscribers and my channel's doing okay, then I don't mind. It's not like they have completely taken away everything. So, I'm not too fussed about it.
Ah, surprising. And Jared?
Well, I agree with Tyler. It's very demotivating. It's a big reason. As you guys know, I went on that mad upload streak where I was uploading every day for months on months, and then this stuff started to happen. I had my new PSG save and new series, and if you look at my channel, I haven't uploaded for 6 days. It's been uploading 2 videos a week. So it's just mainly because when I get home from uni, I'm buggered, and if it was 6 months ago, I would have stayed up that extra hour or two recording and editing and made sure I had a video up that night. But you can't trust the sub boxes. I could go friggin' grind out a video, be absolutely buggered for the next day, get 4 hours of sleep, and wake up and see 18 likes compared to the normal 100 likes. And it's just you can't be bothered. I'd rather have a good day the next day and miss out on an upload. And yeah, it's just a cycle.
I'm guessing you guys have had it worse than me then, because I haven't really had it that bad.
I've seen it horrible.
I've seen it decrease. I've seen it decrease, but nothing out of the ordinary. Things are supposed to decrease at this time, but like you said, getting maybe 7 or 8 times less likes. I haven't had that, so I can't really judge how it feels.
I'd say maybe 2 weeks ago when stuff started to get just starting is when it started to be okay, maybe it is YouTube or the channel or this time of year for FIFA is just kind of struggling a bit. But today and yesterday especially, I'd say 2 weeks ago my likes were down maybe 10 or 20, which is normal. You're progressing through a series, your likes are going to get lower and lower each time you go through. But it was getting to the point the last 2 days where my video was uploaded 6 hours ago and it has 20 likes through that amount of time. That is just nowhere near how much support I usually get on my videos. So if it's the content, I can improve it. But if it's YouTube, that's just so frustrating to see.
And
it's out of your hands. It's hard to there's nothing you could do about it. You can't go to YouTube headquarters and
protest,
fix their sub boxes.
Just show it with a toolkit. It's let us in.
Show up with the middle finger.
But it's not just, I don't think it's just a FIFA problem, because there was something PewDiePie lost 130,000 subscribers in a single day.
Yeah.
So it's a huge glitch. It's affecting almost everybody out there, except maybe drama channels. They seem to be growing every day. But we'll tap into that a little bit later. But it is frustrating, but at the same time, it's you can lash out all you want about YouTube, but they do offer us a free platform to kind of put our shit on. And they know where their bread is buttered. They're going to go ahead. They're probably going to fix this up, and hopefully this is just kind of a bump in the road. But for now, a little bit frustrating. So let's transition into the meat of it, guys. This has been the talk of all of YouTube, Drama Alert Nation. Pretty much, I believe, who started out with this was it Markiplier or was it PewDiePie?
I think it was Markiplier.
Markiplier, then PewDiePie, then KSI.
Yeah, so Markiplier releases a 12-minute video saying YouTube is changing, And to be fair, we'll tap into it when we get to the KSI video. But for you guys who didn't know, Mark basically says that there's kind of like an air of cynicism, basically going around YouTube, that it's not as positive as it used to be, and there's kind of more negativity going around. But he does kind of ramble for 12 minutes. And he even says by his own volition that is like he doesn't really know what the point of his video was. It was more just kind of his thoughts at the time. Then after that, PewDiePie releases more of a succinct video. It's only 3 minutes, and it's just him basically talking about drama. He says drama directly and saying that like this isn't helping YouTube. He's basically saying that like this is taking YouTube, excuse me, I just burped, in a negative direction. And then a couple days later, KSI comes out calling both of them out, basically saying that this is all bullshit. Like, you guys have come up, you guys are already on top. Don't be talking trash about someone else who's coming up in a different way than you. And now it is just all the rage. And, you know, like there are people like Drama Alert and like Leafy is here that are growing absolutely massively right now. Now, you guys, this is the reason why mostly, like, you guys, I want to go ahead and see, are you guys big fans of Drama Alert Nation? Let's start out with Tim. Let's see. Or you can go ahead and tap into, where do you side? Let's start on this. Where do you side on KSI versus PewDiePie?
Well, first off, the Markiplier video, I think he made some valid points, though, when he was talking about there are certain rules nowadays that you, like, when you upload content, there are certain rules on how to be successful. You can't just really upload what you want anymore, which is a good point, because I've been making videos that I have never published because I know it wouldn't do well. And that is kind of what he was talking about. You just can't do what you want to do anymore, which I agree with. However, I don't know, it's KSI is KSI, you know, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't mind change. He goes with it. He adapts. He does whatever the fuck he wants, and it doesn't affect him too much. But for other people, that may be different. So for both sides of the story, I think there's points to be made. But ultimately, they're both very different YouTubers, and you know, it's different for both of them. So I kind of understand what they mean on both sides, pretty much. I don't really have a for or against in this situation. I understand both sides of the party.
Okay, Jared, where do you fall on the KSI versus PewDiePie topic?
Like Tim said, I'm not for and against anyone. Like, I don't think KSI went about it the right way. I feel like he not attacked, but kind of like unloaded a little bit unfairly on PewDiePie and Markiplier, because overall they weren't bashing anyone. Like, well, they were bashing people, but they weren't like, they're positive towards YouTube. Like, they want to see YouTube be good, just like KSI wants to see YouTube be good again. And I don't know, I thought KSI was a little bit unfair on them in the way that he was just like attacking PewDiePie and Markiplier. And on the topic with like Drama Alert, I'm a huge Drama Alert fan. Not so much Leafy, like I don't really watch his videos, but there's another guy, I think his name is Scarce or something. I always see his recommended videos. I think he's like another person like that. Like, I don't follow those two guys, but definitely I love Drama Alert. I think it's more than just like petty drama. I think a lot of the time it can, like how it's exposed, like pedophiles in the Minecraft community. It's a positive thing for YouTube, keeping people in check rather than having these big egos that are running around doing whatever they want. Because if it wasn't for Drama Alert, we might not know about like how bad some of these content producers actually are, like behind the scenes, off camera. That's where I stand. I'm all for Drama Alert.
And there are, you know, like was it Line Maker and
Line Maker.
Now recently Toby Turner. Yeah, all these people should be held accountable, and that's kind of what PewDiePie was talking about. Is that like he was saying that there are like people are on edge because everybody's just looking for the next person to kind of jump on. And that's stifling creativity, which is I can see why KSI attacked him on that point, because it's like, well, if you're not, that doesn't really stifle your creativity. It's more on just if you got nothing bad to hide, you know what I'm saying, then it shouldn't really be stifling your creativity. Like, that point didn't exactly line up for me.
It didn't make sense. But back to the Drama Alert thing, I don't mind like horrible people to get exposed. But he has made mistakes as well. He has ruined lives with Drama Alert that that were just good people. That old guy that played Minecraft, I don't know his name, but like he went through a horrible stage in his Twitch career, and that's the problem I have with one man controlling that media. It's not something that's gonna work all the time. You're gonna make mistakes, and the fact that Keemstar is the main man to do that, he's on his own. He's the guy who pretty much decides who gets a bad reputation and who doesn't, and he can make mistakes, and that's the only problem I have with that.
So would you suggest that we should have more drama channels so that we can keep other, like, it's kind of like it's an ecosystem of predator versus predator, of they have to keep each other accountable? So you're kind of what you're saying is you can't have just Keemstar being ruling over of who gets
you can
exposed.
But he has to be responsible. He has to know what he's doing, and if he does go about it the right way, then sure, no problem. But he seems like that type of person that sometimes, I don't know, I don't really trust him all the time.
A lot of the time, though, I feel like it doesn't come down to just Keemstar. I feel like a lot of it has to do with the people watching his videos, because they were the ones that attack the guy. Like, I don't blame them if he's come out and called him, like, saying that he's a pedophile or whatever. What was he calling that?
I think it was a pedophile.
Yeah, you can't blame him, but like, you can't blame them for being mad. But a lot of the time, like with Leafy, you see him making the videos picking on like autistic people and shit like that. Like, a lot of the time, the fans are just as bad, where they will go and make this person's life a living hell. I think like a lot has to do with the demographic of people that are leaving comments on these other people's videos and really making life hell for all the other people.
Tyler, I know you're maybe the biggest fan of Drama Alert in here. No,
I'd say Jared's the biggest fan of Drama Alert. But
okay, but what is your opinion on Drama or KSI versus PewDiePie?
I'd kind of just say ditto to what Jared said. Pretty much everything Jared said, I agree with. I think it can be, and as Tim said as well, it can be used for good, but you can also make mistakes with it. And I think Keemstar's made a lot of mistakes. But I also agree with what Jared said in that it's the mob mentality of the comment section and the viewers where they just go and attack. Like, they don't need to attack people based on the news that was reported from Keemstar. They can go and investigate themselves and say, hey, was this actually correct? But no, they just feed off of what someone said and go, you know what? I'm going to go call this guy a pedophile. I'm going to go DDoS his stream so he can't stream anymore. And it's the mob mentality like that kind of, I think the whole YouTube drama, like everything that's happened recently, that's kind of the essence of all of it, is the mob mentality. It's kind of the thing that's in all of the YouTube drama, I guess you could say.
And that's why he needs to be extra careful, because it has that effect. And at the end of the day, the viewers don't have to investigate. It's his job. It's what pays him the bills. So he has to make sure he does a pretty good damn job at it.
Yeah, but we know you can't feign ignorance on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are rather, I'm pretty sure that Leafy is here and Drama Alert, they're intelligent. They know that they can't be ignorant about, if they put someone on blast, if they expose them, that person is going to have a absolute living hell for the next week or so long that they have. So you just can't be like, well, it's the mob. It's like, you have that power. You have that mob behind you. And I've never really, like, well, to be fair, like, Leafy has said that what he says is satirical and that you shouldn't go, like, be attacking those people. But we know how the internet is. It really is. Like, if you have the power of the mob behind you and you can go ahead and wreck someone's life, that you need to have, a certain level of responsibility. Like, you need to have more weight and judgment within your actions on a lot of these things. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it's good to have these channels out there to be able to expose people like Toby Turner and in those types of situations. But the toxicity, and I think what Markiplier and PewDiePie are fearing is that this could be the future of YouTube, is people kind of just creating drama or focusing all on drama and using that as a platform to make money. The reason why I'm saying this is you can see that these channels are blowing up. Like, Leafy is here, I think, I don't know, he gained something like 40,000 subscribers in a single day. He's blown up to 200 and no, he's blown up to like past 2.5 million, I think. Drama Alert over the past couple of months has blown up from 300,000 to like well over 1 million now. He's almost at
1.4 last time I checked.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this is like, we're seeing that this is kind of where YouTube is going. And if we're seeing this, YouTube is a very, very copycat platform. We see someone do this, if they get successful, if they can make money off of this, then we're going to see a lot more of these channels start to pop up. And what's going to happen is, this has been going on forever. Like, people start beef in entertainment all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could see it in way not even that far back, like Drake versus Meek Mills, like that kind of shit. Like, a lot of rappers kind of do it, where they start beef because they know it's good. Because people love controversy, people love gossip. It's why TMZ is huge. It's why, like, gossip magazines are big. And it's why Drama Alert exists. Like, Drama Alert, smart on him, realized that there was a big enough audience for YouTubers on YouTube and capitalized it. He became the TMZ of freaking YouTube. And now, now that he's actually, out exposing people and coming up with these come-ups, it's kind of like, well, it's kind of just, what KSI said. I give him the valid point of just, it's good for him. And if he's going to make a lot of money out of it, that's good. But now my fear is that there's going to be people coming up now that are just going to cause shit just to cause shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, we're in the career mode community. There's none of us are really causing drama. Like, what drama have we ever seen in the career mode community? Really?
MGH versus Cutsy.
Yes, I was gonna say that as well.
that's about as deep as it goes.
Exactly. And what was that over? Just he didn't give him proper, like, props for doing a
MGH shouldn't give Cutsy credit for doing a youth squad thing.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of it's nowhere near as cool, but it is kind of like rapper-esque, like, hey, you stole my sound, like, you're not giving me dap about it, like. But exactly, like, there's not much drama in our community, but you could see it in other communities. And this is just a hypothetical fear, is that someone who's on the come up might want to go ahead and start beef with the top dogs just so that they can get, recognized.
Exposure. Yeah.
Just go to a convention, punch KSI, and you're famous.
There you go.
Pretty much all you need to do.
I mean, speaking of KSI, this has already happened. We've seen it with Elite, #Elite. Yeah. Started beef with Sidemen earlier in the year. Why do you think they did that? Like, I feel like that was pretty calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that over? I don't even know what that was over.
I think the saying going around was, Elite are just a poor man's Sidemen.
That was it?
I think that was the saying. They were just the copycat of the Sidemen, just a smaller copycat version.
And to be fair, FIFA Monster's kind of been known as the KSI copycat, so for him to make a group with other people, it was just kind of like, hey, this is a Sidemen copycat as well. Like, yeah, that's basically the whole thing, though.
What? Hey.
So B, you don't think that this whole drama thing's a fad? You don't think it's gonna pass through YouTube just like pink slips and wages pass through the FIFA community?
Oh no, because you look in modern media today, we're all about drama. That's why Kim Kardashian exists, is so that we love. I mean, as much as I think we all admit that this is stupid. We all admit that this is trivial, but us as humans, like, it's cracked to us. We love the drama. Like, I hate drama. Like, I'm not a big fan of Drama Alert. I think he's funny, and but like the shit that, and it's good to have someone out there exposing assholes and stuff. But personally, I think it's dumb. I think this is like, it's so silly and it's useless. Like, I'd rather watch like a Hank Green video, personally, in my time. That's just me being a bougie hipster asshole. Like, but if I'm going to look at the reality of this, it's human nature that we love drama. And he filled a void. I mean, bravo to him. He's fucking making bank now. He filled a fucking void that none of us saw before. And he's going to come up, and there's going to be other channels like him, because there's a market for it, there's a need for it, and it's getting fucking views. My fear is If that's what's, I think that's what PewDiePie and Markiplier fear, is that to a certain extent, I don't think they'll ever overtake Markiplier or PewDiePie. I still feel like their content's probably going to be king for quite a while now. But we could see a shift, like we've always seen it on YouTube. When YouTube first started out, it was kind of like short films and like skits. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, what was after like short skits, like pranks and stuff, like were getting big, and like musicians and stuff were getting big. And then when gaming, once like the gaming became a little bit more loose, that's when that became king. The rate that it's going, you can't deny that. I don't think that drama channels are a fad. Do you guys think that drama channels are going to fade? Tim, what do you feel?
Maybe not fade, but I don't think there's like a room for a lot of drama channels. It's literally, Keemstar is going to remain the king of the drama, and I don't think that's going to change. He's always going to be here. He's always going to be popular. He's going to get views. He's going to get attention. But I don't think there's going to be like 10 or 20 new drama channels popping up out of nowhere. Not like when there were pink slips and pack openings where you see like hundreds of people uploading them. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't know. I think you can already see like Scarce and like Leafy and H3H3, like they kind of cover like the same topics. You know what I'm saying? Tyler, do you think it's going to be a fad?
To be fair, like Leafy's content isn't new by any stretch of the imagination. Like it's always been something in the COD community where you just have a commentary, like play COD in the backgrounds and then just talk about something. That's pretty much what Leafy does. Like that's his channel summed up into one. So to think that it's going to fade out, maybe, because that kind of happened with the COD community. It's not as popular as it used to be. Commentaries weren't as popular as they used to be until Leafy kind of started doing them again. And then when Leafy started doing them again, they started to pop up a lot more. So maybe it will start to die out again, but it'll always come back. Drama's always, like you said, like humans think of it as like crack, basically. So I don't think it's going to fade out, no.
Yeah. We love
funny
conflict.
concept.
Sorry.
As long as there are victims out there who go to Tumblr instead of the police, it's not going to fade out.
Yes, exactly.
Do you think where a lot of the OG YouTubers, let's say the comedian types, they're starting to get gigs on TV, on comedic programs, do you think in 5 years' time, Keemstar and people are going to be news anchors on local television shows and documentary investigators working for 60 minutes? Do you think that's a possibility?
Keemstar.
That this form of media goes so far down the line?
I'll let Tyler and Tim touch this first.
I don't know. It's a tough one.
I fucking hope Keemstar doesn't get his job as an anchor with his past. Oh my god.
Well, you can kind of look at this. This is different, but the Young Turks, the largest news network on YouTube. I believe that guy, he got a job on MSN, I believe, or MSN NBC.
Well, the Young Turks is like an actual TV show now.
Yeah, like they got their the main anchor had a slot, I think, for a while, but I think he got fired. Like a lot of these guys who jumped over to old media aren't really doing so hot. I don't think has anybody really caught on in either with a movie. And remember like Fred from way back in the day?
Yeah, I was gonna mention Fred as well.
Movies and television shows, but all those were kind of failures. Annoying Orange popped up, but I'm not. I think that's still around. I think that's still a TV show. But like Brie Esprig, I think, had a television show for a while, but I don't think any of them have super taken off. So I don't really see like Keemstar moving on because his is focused purely on YouTube. It doesn't really make sense for him to leave this medium because he's not going to be... I guess he could be like the guy on TMZ. He might do a guest spot. I wouldn't put it against him, like him putting a guest spot on TMZ. It's like, and now for the Keemstar Minute, like he does a quick thing for TMZ, but I don't really see him.
It's not just that. As the years pass by, TV is dying. That's just the reality. So the longer it goes on, the less you'll see people getting attracted to TV. YouTube, the internet, that's the main thing now.
Yeah, and that's what KSI addressed in his video, is that like YouTube is better than ever now. We can see that old media is kind of dying slowly and that everything is moving online. So he does have a point. Like, why would Keemstar move over to TMZ when he's probably working with a really small crew, which means like lower overhead, and he can get more of the profits just from his channel. Like, it doesn't make even monetary sense, except maybe exposure. But I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna be. Do you guys have any fears about, like, you guys don't think that, like, oh, we're in the next, like, couple of years we're gonna see people just calling out other people just to start shit on YouTube, just to get views? Because you can start shit, you can say some outrageous shit, right? And then if you, as long as you monetize that video, like, joke's on you if you go over and you hate me. Like, if I was just calling mad shit at MGH and caused up enough storm for him to notice me, and we start beef, I bet you I can grow my channel to, like, at least 50K by the end of the year if he'll actually, like, recognize me. You know what I'm saying? And you can be like, it's built on lies and negativity and just being a giant asshole. But that money is the same as as the money that's built on sunshine and rainbows and positivity, you know, at the end of the day. And someone, I feel like, is going to be desperate enough and just be like, I don't really care if I can, as long as I get the views. Because we see it all the time. You see, I mean, how many fucking 190 drafts are we going to see? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's happening and that's, like, the hot thing, I don't put it past people to kind of take this to the next level. I don't know, do you guys think people will be calling other people out, or hopefully not, I guess?
I mean, you can get a one-time boost out of it, but the reputation stays forever, so I don't think it's worth it.
Is that it for everybody? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just one time boost, and then we're going. I don't know. All right, do you guys have anything else to say about this drama? Do you think it's a good thing for YouTube? Do you think it's a bad
I think you're a horrible human being talking about drama, B. You're an asshole.
To be fair. Yeah. I think it'd be... Oh, I see what you're doing. That took me a second. Calling shots out on it. But I guess pretty much to wrap it all up, do you guys have anything else to say on this matter? Do you think it's a good thing? Do any of you guys have any fear of where YouTube is going? I guess is the bigger issue.
I want to say I agree with what KSI said about you need to adapt or die, basically. That's pretty much Nick 2018's motto as well, is adapt or die. You got to follow what the YouTube scene is doing to be able to grow. But I also agree that it's becoming more toxic. YouTube over the past, 4 years especially, I've noticed just a huge change in subscribers and how they act towards the content creator. Especially, I'd say, like FIFA 12, FIFA 13, this is specifically FIFA based. People were a lot more civilized in the comment section, and nowadays you notice MGH signs a player and the comment section goes mad. People call him a stupid ginger cunt, a fat ginger cunt, whatever you can think of. It's just so toxic nowadays. So to say that you need to just accept YouTube as it is, yeah, you kind of do. But at the same time, you don't have to like it. Like, I don't like how YouTube's going by any stretch of the means, but that's not going to stop me. I'm still going to adapt and keep going. So that's basically all I have to say on it.
I agree, fully agree with that.
Is YouTube that more toxic than it used to be? I remember, like, 5 years ago, people were still calling each other.
Oh, yeah, it was still there.
terrible
Like, don't get me
things.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be there, and it's always has, but I feel like
There's
it's just
always
gotten a
going
lot
to be
worse.
assholes. There's always going to be assholes on the internet because there's a platform for them to comment. Like, if you go back to the 1950s, I bet you there's a large population of people that had negative feelings towards whatever the big TV shows were back then, but they had no platform really to express themselves, so nobody thinks about it. But now that you can literally watch a video, half a second scroll down, and there could just be negativity there. That's why we think it's a lot more toxic, because the toxic people, the small minority, because there's a lot of good people out there, but there's a small minority of toxic people that now can express themselves like they've never known how to. It's exactly there's the exact same amount of negative people out there. They just have more of a platform.
We've given a voice to the idiots, is essentially what you're saying. Yeah, thanks a lot, Twitter, in the comment section. But, I mean, to your point, Tyler, there's kind of no way to stop this, because we've seen about like 2 years ago, PewDiePie, I think, disabled all comments on his comment section just because it was getting too toxic. Total Biscuit has just disconnected himself from almost all social media because it was becoming too toxic, basically. Like, people are, I guess it's kind of like a people issue now of just like, it's not about facts anymore. It's about proving that I'm right and that you're wrong. And we live in an age of being PC, or being a social justice warrior, or being an anti-social justice warrior, because you think everything is too PC, and it's you versus the other side, and you're right and they're wrong. And it is really becoming more and more toxic. The internet is an amazing place because you can go ahead and find the facts on things, but you can also find an echo chamber. A lot of people that are watching like these videos and stuff, I feel like the thing that drives a lot of drama, and why you would watch like a Leafy video of seeing someone shit on another person, essentially, is that you yourself don't really feel whole, and then you want to go ahead and watch something that like said that you can go ahead and give yourself an excuse of like, well, at least I'm not as shitty as that person. You know, that person, it gives you an excuse to kind of justify the shittiness of your own life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I said something about that on Twitter the other day, that like, it's amazing how many people will just shit on other people, or watch videos, as you said, of other people shitting on other people just to give themselves a self-esteem boost. Like, it's amazing how many Twitter accounts are out there that are just based on shitting on people that are extremely popular, that are just out there that people follow and retweet because it makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah. And I think the issue, and why I think like people like Leafy kind of get shit now, is because you can't shit on someone anymore and not have them hear about it. Like, it was fine probably when Leafy was at like, you know, like 100K, and he just shat on a random video because he didn't have the following that he did, and that guy never heard about it. No harm, no foul. You're just shitting on a random person who's never going to hear about you. Now you're on the internet, that person's going to hear about you, make a response video, tell you that you're a cyber bully, and now come right back at you. You're going to have a huge backlash. So I don't know. We live in a lot smaller world than we used to even like 5 years ago. So that's kind of why it's harder and harder to make jokes and not offend someone. Is we used to be able to talk shit about people and then not hear about it, and then it was funny. We got our jokes about it. But now, when in this PC culture, I know Jared's not a big fan of this PC culture of like, people are getting overly sensitive because now we can hear, because we got Twitter and we got internet everywhere. You can hear, it's like, oh, that guy's talking shit about me. Now you actually, but I'm offended, and everybody's gonna be offended about everything. I just hope that eventually we can get to a place where we can say some fucked up shit about some other person and we all kind of laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But until everybody feels like they get their due, you know what I'm saying? Like, in this PC race war of like, it's like, we've been disrespected too long, you can't hold that against us. Like, until then, I don't know, it's going to be a rough, but interesting next couple of years. Like, how do you guys feel about social justice warriors and kind of going like this PC culture we live in now?
I feel offended and oppressed by what you just said, B. As a white male, I demand more respect from you, B. Not good enough, not good enough. As you said, I hate political correctness, man. Like, I don't like racism, I don't like sexism, I don't like all that, but people just people find anything to jump on your back about. Like, as you said, there's a meme that I've seen, and it's the caption is trying not to offend someone in 2016, and it's a guy trying to dodge the live wires. That one. Yeah, the one that meme was just that describes our society right now. I just not a fan.
Society wants us to censor ourselves, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like, because it's not me.
Well,
that's not me.
Nah, that's not me.
Well, America, you could still say some racist ass shit. It's just you're gonna get a lot of people shit at you.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
shit at you back.
If I was being, I'm not saying I'm a racist or anything, but if I was being myself, my honest self, not holding back, and I don't cut out half the shit in my videos, then yeah, people would probably hate me. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not being racist or anything, but
no, I mean, yeah, it was just, you know.
But all the horrible homophobic things that I say in my video that I cut out, people probably wouldn't like me as much. What I will say about PC culture, though, is that it's really fucking annoying. But this is a concept that I heard somewhere else, and it is kind of true. Is that I prefer us. I think Joe Rogan said this. I prefer us to be overly sensitive right now, than to just not be sensitive at all. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, we're not offending everybody, and that's fucking annoying. But if we go to the opposite end of the spectrum, you're just like openly being racist and homophobic, which is not exactly great at all. What I think it is, culture always swings in kind of like a pendulum. Right now, we used to be pretty racist and homophobic, and now we're swinging way too far to the left, and now we're PC culture to everything, and that's starting. And now we can see it now. There's the anti, PC police now, and I think, in the next couple of years, hopefully we swing somewhere back into the middle. Like some artist is going to come around and just start swearing up a storm or some shit, or these movies are going to start reflecting it, and our culture will probably swing back to the middle. At least that's my best hope anyway. But anyway, that was a long-ass tangent about PC culture and about drama. They didn't really have anything to do with drama or career mode. So let's go ahead and wrap it up with our worst comment that we have ever gotten on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim, let's go ahead and have you start us off right here.
It's not great. Like, I don't use face cam, so I can't really get abused for my looks. One guy just said, "Get Messi's dick out of your mouth." That's the worst thing I can
Simple
find.
but effective.
Yeah.
It's almost like the less words, almost the better. The more it stings.
Yeah, that's my advice. Never sign Messi and Ronaldo, and do good stuff with one of the two.
Yes.
Just
oh my God.
Copy the same thing you do with both, so you can't offend anyone. Pretty much. If Messi hits the post, make sure Ronaldo hits the post as well. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
Yeah, like I've very much experienced that recently. I've signed both Messi and Ronaldo in a career mode, and it's on the same video. It's like, you're obviously like, you love Ronaldo so much, and the other one is like, stop giving Messi so much shine. It was like, you should like Ronaldo more since you're a Man United fan. I was like, oh my God, and then I said in that video, it's like, hey, they're tied on goals. Like, calm down. But it doesn't even matter. Jared, would you like to regale us with a fine comment?
This one's not so much an offense, not so much a dig at myself, because I've had comments calling me jab of the heart and really mean stuff, but this one, it's just, you guys all know what's coming. It's very cringe. So I had a comment left on a video about a month ago. Some guy saying, "I know it's not my decision. I'm not having a go at you. Like, I like your vids and all. I'm not sure others do, but you have been on 20K for a lot of time, so you put a lot of effort and you're not gaining a lot of subs. If I was you, I would just end my YouTube and go study, even if I was 25. Get a decent job and wife. If you don't want to end your YouTube, that shows loyalty. Just trying to help you through it, mate. Keep it up." That was just like, I know he had good intentions, but it just made it made the cringe come out, the solid cringe. Go and get a wife. If only it was that easy. If only it was that easy. And he makes out like YouTube's my full-time job, which not even close. Yeah, that's probably my worst comment.
Yeah, like that one's a lot harder to handle than like, hey, you're a dickhead, go eat a dick, or even eat Messi's, because he's just like, hey, I've been monitoring you for a while, and you're not really growing. So
it's a backhanded compliment, really.
It's the most backhanded of compliments. It's like, you should probably go get a wife and get a dream.
What he's saying is basically, quit your hobby. It's going to give you a happier life.
Yeah, basically.
Not true, though, is it? Like, doesn't make sense.
Give up on your dreams, because
it's a hobby. Just let us do what we want to do.
Yeah,
and
it's like when if you're talking to a girl and you say something nice, like, "Oh, that dress looks nice on you." "Oh, but what's going on with your head today?" Like, you say something nice and then take it back. That's what that comment was.
Tyler, do you have anything new on the worst comment section?
No, mine from 2 weeks ago is still exactly the same. It's still the worst one I've had.
Yeah, and mine.
What is
hard
it?
To get new bad comments.
What is it, Tyler?
The YouTube sub.
Let me pull it up for you. B, in the meantime, you want to tell yours so I can. You have a new one.
I mean, it's nothing too hot recently. It's just like, why are you idiot? Like, just a lot of misspellings that I get a lot of hate on. Like, why are you idiot? And then for everybody that, like, I don't know, there was one recently that like kind of, I guess, not really like got under my skin, but was just like interesting. Like, I can't even remember. This is why, like, you should never just respond to these people with any more than. All I do now is if it's a negative comment, I just put a greater than heart. I just put a heart there. There's my response. Because there was one guy who said something dumb, and then I responded to him. I said that, like, I was. And this was kind of a dick move on my part, which I acknowledge. He said something dumb to me, and I can't remember. And I said, like, I was going to say something mean. But then I saw your sub count and seen that you've been on been on YouTube for 4 years. So I just wish you the best.
Savage.
Yeah.
Savage.
And then he came back like 3 or 4 times, and I was just like, oh, why did I even start this? You know, like, and I went on his channel, and his channel is freaking, it's him doing like auditions for WWE with his friend, and then doing a video where he actually doesn't even talk, but it's just subtitles underneath, and it's just like subtitles are just him calling his friend on a couch and talking about like how he's gonna get these N-words, and like these N-words have had enough of it. I was like, why am I starting this conversation with this person? It's a giant fucking waste of time. There are a lot of dumb people on the internet. Don't engage. Should have taken my own advice. Tyler, did
Agreed.
I stall long enough?
You did. I found it. So Tim wanted to hear this.
Come on.
I can't remember what episode it is, but it's one of my Marseille career mode episodes. He says, I have more money in real life than your transfer budget. And I responded, OMG, I wish I could be you. You're so cool, with as many spelling errors as I could make. And he said, I wish I could be you. A freak on the Xbox/PlayStation, which in the video you can tell which one I'm on. I don't know why he has to put slash. All day, that has no girlfriend and no life because he's an ugly fuck. I don't have face cam on, so I don't know how he knows what I look like. And doesn't have any talents apart from being a pro gamer, ya wee poofter. And I
So-
just think,
yes.
Yeah.
Pro gamer. Oh, I'm insulted. Like,
yeah, I responded, I'm like, there's so many flaws with this. And then he responded and said, like, in that comment, I replied to him, I said, I'm not a pro gamer. I basically just upload to YouTube because I can. It's fun. I'm an amateur gamer. I'm not a pro. And the first thing he responds with is, dude, you are a pro gamer that doesn't entertain anyone. Your videos are killing people because they are so bad. So stop with the shit career videos and show your real face. Oh yeah, it is too ugly to be shown.
You're the ISIS
Wow.
of YouTube.
You take the cake, Tyler, with the worst comment.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
lovely.
absolutely.
I wish
Definitely
on
the worst comment I've ever gotten.
I wish on your original like response when he was like, you're a shit or like pro gamer that like doesn't have any girlfriend and is fat and stuff. He was like, you were incorrect on all of these, but I am a pro gamer. Like, thank you very much about that. That's how you should have gone about it. But yeah, that is the worst comment of the day, or that we've experienced on YouTube. Good fun for all you aspiring YouTubers out there. You have that to go ahead and look forward to. Although we should say on that caveat, I'd say for all of us, like 90% of our comments are really nice and mostly pleasant.
I'd say 90% are positive, 5% are sub to me and I'll sub back, and then 5% are just assholes.
Yeah, it's about accurate.
And about 45% of people saying first.
Yes.
Not even first anymore. It's one.
Second and
One.
third and
One.
I just get sign messy all the time. It's just one guy that comments on every video. It just says sign messy. I stopped responding.
Just leave it. Don't engage. But anyway, thank you guys for going ahead and joining me on this episode. Jared, where can they find you? Oh, and I must say, at any time during this video, I probably should have said this in the intro, go ahead and click on the border of their names right there, and that'll go ahead and take you to their channels. And right now, you can go ahead and click on their faces right now if you enjoyed what they said. Yes, line it up on them borders. Jared, what is going on your channel right now besides you tapping the mic?
Right now, I've got a PSG career mode series going in the early stages of that, 1 season for glory. And I've also got a series running, a collab series with a bunch of other career mode YouTubers called Transfer Troubles, which I think Tyler's coming on in the near future, and all you guys can come on soon. And like Guardy's been there, if you guys all know him, and Flickify and all that jazz. So yeah, I've got all that going on right now.
All right, and Tim, iGaming in HD, what is going on your channel?
At the moment, I'm doing a Wolfsburg career mode where I occasionally throw in a cringy German line during the commentary, and a Donnarumma My Player with cutscenes and everything, GTA stuff.
It's a goodie. And Tyler, what is going on your channel?
I am finishing up Season 2 shortly of a Marseille career mode and then starting a Juventus career mode very soon.
Ooh, so be on the lookout for that. Once again, guys, check out everyone. Check out all their channels. Go ahead, click on their faces, subscribe. They're all phenomenal content creators. And thank you for listening to us ramble for the past 45 minutes to an hour about absolutely nothing. This has been the Mastour Debatours. See you guys later. So wave goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Bye.